Hi, it's my first big video and I didn't prepare for this, so let's see how it's gonna go. So I decided to tell a bit about my bad trip experience that I had 3 days ago. I overdosed on a joint. I don't even know what it was, maybe marijuana or hash, and my friends gave it to me. So my friends are very experienced in smoking it and I'm not a smoker. So we shared one joint for 3 people and we were doing a video of it, so it felt so nice and it was pink color and it was so beautiful, so I just didn't stop myself. And yeah, 3 of us killed one joint, and for me it was too much. And in 5 or 10 minutes I realized that something's going wrong, and it felt like I was getting stuck into a loop. I maybe close this window. So yeah, I'm in office and it's lunchtime, so I completely did not prepare to do this video, but I realized if I'm not gonna do this now, there is no time for this later, and I think I might forget all the details, so yeah. So what happened? In 5 to 10 minutes I started realizing that something is going wrong, and the loop, and I think I got stuck in a loop when somebody would say something to me and it would just repeat like, hey, how are you? How are you? How are you? How are you? And in the beginning I didn't know that I'm in a loop, so I was like, oh, this is nice, some details are disappearing, I'm relaxing, and so on and so on. But then it started becoming much harder and harder, and like I was falling into somewhere, so my consciousness, it was up there and I was sinking, and that started frightening me. And then I was like, guys, something is wrong. And then they started asking me things that I could not really understand because my attention was in the loop, and I thought something really wrong is happening. So I was like, maybe you should give me a sleeping pill or Xanax just to kill this off. I would go to sleep and maybe it's gonna get better. And then they said, maybe you shouldn't. It seemed like not a good thing to do. And then I thought, okay, maybe not. If I'm gonna lose consciousness, who knows when I'm gonna wake up. And that felt terrifying. I thought that I'm losing my consciousness, but like I'm losing my mind. And maybe I felt what people with mental disabilities feel. And I felt so sorry for everyone who ever had such a bad trip or who has mental disorders, because that was pure terror for 3 hours long. And I thought I'm not gonna get out of this. I thought I'm gonna be disabled for the rest of my life, maybe, because I could not explain to my friends what is happening to me, but they seemed chill, and that what gave me a bit of calmness. And at some point I think paranoia hit me, and I thought that this is a game and they know what is this game, that people who get in a bad trip, they happen to be inside of it and they know the rules, so they reading it from ChatGPT and they're showing it to each other, but they are not telling me what's going on, so I wouldn't freak out. So they just keep on repeating some stupid things like, oh, we should go down, we should go down, we should go down, we should go down. And I was like, this is dumb. I can understand that you're playing a game with me, but I made it look that I comply, just so we get it over with. I thought maybe this word coming down is something that helps you bring back the consciousness. So sometimes when I would feel that it sucks big time and it's not getting better, I would just repeat this word to myself, like coming down, coming down, coming down, coming down. But indeed we were just like on the rooftop and they needed to transport me back into the room. And I think when the battery was peaking, we managed to do it because I was terrified. I was tortured by my own mind. I felt like I'm swimming in terror, but what I also thought that I'm alone in this. No one will help me. They have no idea what's going on to me. I cannot even call my husband to explain this to him because I would be lost in words and in my mind, and he cannot do anything. We're outside of Berlin in an Airbnb house, and it would be almost impossible to get an ambulance there to help me. He will not get there by himself because it's a train and it's a like 20 minutes car ride. So I had to pull all my shit together, even though I felt that my consciousness is shattered into thousands of small pieces, and I thought it wouldn't be possible to bring it back in one piece. And I thought that it would change me forever. Now, 3 days after, I feel like it's fine, and I've managed to get back, but like I was searching in Google, in ChatGPT, how to stay in consciousness, how to not lose your mind, and what to do. And at some point, I also felt that I already lost my consciousness, and this is basically a bad dream is happening. But in reality, my friends are freaking out, and they're trying to save me. And I felt so bad that I had to put them in this situation because it's something really, really fucked up and scary, and I didn't want to make them have a bad dream because of me. So this is what kept me in consciousness, and this is why I kept on pulling myself back, like, get back, get back, get back. You cannot lose your shit now. You have to be back so your friends will have a okay experience, but by not having to call an ambulance for you and like get you to the hospital, like you cannot do this to them. So I was like, you just keep on breathing, this will pass, you keep breathing. And basically just repeating this to myself throughout the whole trip of maybe 3, maybe 2, maybe 4 hours is what helped me. And also that my friends were with me, and I would look in their faces, I would feel this warmth and love, and they would support me, and they would say, everything okay, it will end at some point. And just their presence is what pulled me off. And also one of the other friends, he had bad experience way before me in different circumstances, but he was sleeping, and then I went to check on him, and I sat on his bed, and I was like, hey, how are you? And I probably felt what he was going through, and probably all this compassion that kicked in, I think it was the turning point that really brought me back, because I felt so sorry for all the people who ever experienced that. I don't know, it kind of saved me. So basically, I think it was compassion that made the trip stop, and of course, the time that has passed, that I reminded myself to breathe, and that I reminded myself that it will be over soon. Just like keep on going, stay conscious. Stay conscious. And my friends that were around, and they helped me, they hugged me, they asked me, do you need us? They always brought me water when I was like, water please. Then I also made myself puke. Yeah, it was poisoning, but it was not poisoning from food, it was poisoning from smoking a joint. I still made myself puke, and my friend was holding my hand. He was always with me. Everyone showed so much love and also compassion to me, that it was the best. And this is why I understood why our first friend who started the trip in first always asked us that someone would stay in the house, and like we wanted to walk around in nature, and we did. And only after I experienced this myself, I understood why it was so crucially important. So I hope this experience will help other people that happen to fall in this pit of terror. And if you happen to help someone, just remind them that it's going to be over soon. Remind them to breathe. Remind them to stay in consciousness. And it took me 3 hours or 2 to 4 hours. So yeah, that's my experience. And if I remember something, I'll probably write this in comments. You can ask me. And yeah, stay in consciousness. Keep your mind together, and good luck with all your tripping. Have a good trip. Bye.